All right. We are back, boys. We missed last week. We were busy. But this week was supposed to be something a little different, I think. We'll let Vinny start with this. Vinny, what's different
Wow,
about
Steve.
To start, aren't we missing someone?
We are, Pickle. A pact was made. A pact was made that regardless of outcome, that Mark would be on the pod. And I believe his exact words, I'd love to find I didn't actually prepare it, but I believe he said something to the effect of, yes, I'd love to come onto the pod after I kill Vinny. Well, I have a couple scores to tell you, okay? The first one is 148 to 92, okay? It's about a little over a 50-point margin of victory. The second one is not the same, but very similar. It's 150 to 101. Yet again, about a 50-point margin of victory. So the man who calls me his son has lost to me by a combined 100 points this season after I all offseason and all season have guaranteed 2 wins against Mark. I don't know if anyone picked up on this theme, but for a while, my retort to Mark was just always, I can't wait to beat Mark twice this season. Well, that has been borne out into fruition in spectacular fashion. He was not competitive in either game, and more than that, it's been a bad season for Mark's takes. I mean, he said Pittman was a bust. Pittman is now a top 6 receiver. He said Pittman wouldn't ever duplicate his 20-point performance. Well, he's done it twice. Mark also guaranteed LSU winning the national title. Well, 3 losses later, Brian Kelly has been canned. Okay. Mark also said Ravens no chance at playoffs. We'll see how that one bears out. But they're like a game and a half out of first, and they have Lamar back. And if you've seen their schedule upcoming, Vegas actually has them as the shortest odds to win the division. Like Vegas thinks they're going to win their division.
Wow.
And Mark tried to say that because they got rid of Jair Alexander, they were selling. Well, they actually traded for 2 players after that and gave up higher draft picks than they got for Jair Alexander. So they're not selling. Anyway, Mark's always wrong. He sucks. He can't beat me. He thinks he's my father, but he is a washed up old man who had to watch his kids tonight. Like we believe that. Mark, using your kids as a shield to duck the pod is cowardice. Cowardice. You're a coward, Mark. Coward.
I can't really say much because I got absolutely embarrassing matchup last week. But it was it was at 120. I looked at your guys' game and I was like, this is already over. At 120. It was already over. And then at 135, my game was over. So, I mean, it wasn't like it was too far off. Welcome to the division, Mark.
Well, now, welcome to the East, Mark. So good to have you. I guess we'll spank you twice a year now. So, before we move on to the real Lions talk, though, which I think everyone's going to want to hear because it was hotly contested in the chat this week. Pickle, coming off maybe your greatest fantasy performance of all time. Now, I did score 188 last week, so in the grand scheme of things, not that impressive. But for you in your pickle room, which looks a little bit like a Michigan State room to me.
All right, so there's a lot of things to address there. First off, we're throwing fire 180. That's great. That's great. Now that's also big coming from a guy who hasn't beat me in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
It's actually true. I always lose to the pickle.
I don't know how. I'm bad. We all have established that, but I'm not bad against you.
I'm gonna beat you this.
I had to wear a Michigan shirt, and I don't own any camo. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This is the only thing in camo. I feel like you Howell boys have a lot more camo than I do, but this is a reflection of my mindset right now as the team. In the storm, in all the green, in the dark pickle, we're putting on our camo. We're marching out there, and we're fighting every point, every game right now. This week, I don't even know who I'm going to start for 5 of my players. I mean, I might even have a trade brewing right now that might change. We are in.
Is Pickle going to have another on-pod trade?
We might. We are in battle mode right now. That's all you need to know. We're in the thick of it.
He tried to trade me Christian Watson. He got dropped. He tried to trade me Tez Johnson. He's now dropped. Pickle's going back to his bag of tricks, man.
It's classic. Although Mark actually called something, the first good point, and maybe only Mark has ever made in the chat, And actually, it wasn't even his point. I've been saying it for weeks. Tin really is the new pickle. Have you guys gotten any trade offers from Tin?
Worst.
Tin thinks he can salvage his terrible season by just like conning someone to accidentally press accept. I mean, he is sending some asinine offers.
Hey, I've done some real work to try and fix my trade reputation. I feel like
That's true.
Steve, ours is our private thing. You also sent me Christian Watson for my good player.
I think that I haven't even really grasped like how terrible Tin's trades have been, because it's always been one player, and it's always like it's atrocious. Like
at least you get
Damo
offered a
for
player.
Kyron Williams. It's like no, like it's not even a thought. I just decline it and move on with my life. But I think that's happened with. There's not been a single trade he's sent where I went.
Exactly. Haven't even given it a second thought. But the thing is, and he actually said something about how he was going to do this now, but it's honestly, I mean, how the mighty have fallen. The fact that like he actually is just spam trading people, like just spam sending out trades because he knows his team is actually just ass. I mean, 10's not a good year for the 10. He died on the Amari and Hampton Hill. He got caught in the Jaden Daniels sophomore slump guaranteed injury trap. I mean, it was a bad year for 10. And I think he's done. I'm gonna be honest. I see him as dead. Oh, that's actually, is that his abbreviation right now? Yeah, he's right.
I mean, right now, I don't know. Johnny won, right? So right now, it's me, Pickle, 10, and Johnny, who are 4 and 5, and every single one of those guys, pretty much, whoever has the most points for, I don't know, but you pretty much have to win out. Maybe one loss.
Well, Dan's also 4 and 5.
Dan's 4 and 5. So one of those teams, there's only one of like 5 4 and 5 teams. So technically, everybody has a shot. But honestly, sneakily,
would anybody on Austin's team start at all on your team, even the flex?
Let me see.
I have it pulled up here if you look at the Zoom.
Tight end is
okay, yeah. All right, so I mean, not a chance. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, obviously.
He's on bye.
He's on bye.
We can make it look really bad this week.
So, would anyone this week start on my team?
No, I don't really think
over
so.
One of your receivers.
Abuka. Yeah, I would. Oh, for sure. Abuka's a dog. I would start right this week. I would start Abuka over. I'm either starting a Dunze or Wandell, who actually has been pretty good after.
Well, Dunze, I think, is a must start.
Well, Dunze's been questionable, and dude, he got 0 targets last week because he didn't play many snaps because of his heel injury. So I'm just not sure of his injury status. But I mean, given that,
he'll be fine, to be honest. But
dude, I mean, I would start Abuka. I would start Abuka even over a healthy Odunze. But that would legitimately be the only player on 10's team I would start over anyone on mine.
Yeah, because I've looked at his team a lot this week to try and do a trade. I couldn't find anything I wanted.
I mean, Abuka, but
like you asked for Abuka, then he wants your 2 first.
Oh my gosh! Literally in the Lions Power message right now, Austin, who will give me a running back for a tight end?
Well, live trade happening now.
Kamara.
Mitty,
I will hit that right now.
Because I think I'm going to start DJ Moore and just rip him. I'm just ripping DJ Moore this week, I think. See whose Bears receiver goes better. If he's healthy, obviously. DJ Moore's questionable, too. I haven't even looked into it.
Okay, so let's talk about the Lions real quick here.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a hard transition, but So here's the deal. I think I've made my case very clear. I'm going to pretty succinctly try to explain it one more time, where me and Johnny and Mark were saying, though I am going to say where I differ with Mark and Johnny about the outlook for the rest of the season. And then I'll hand it over to you, Steve, because I know you really are of the opposite mind. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say. So my viewpoint is this, okay? I think that teams have small windows in which you're a viable Super Bowl candidate unless you have a top-tier franchise quarterback a la a Mahomes, a Josh Allen, a Lamar, a Burrow, in which case, if those guys are healthy, you're probably always going to have some kind of a shot. But Goff, as much as we love him, and I do love him, he's a second-tier kind of guy. He's not like the elite game-changing type quarterback. He's like a very accurate, really good quarterback who's not going to necessarily elevate his team, but really he's going to do well with the team he has. So when you have a core of players such that we have, and a lot of them are on rookie deals, you only have so much time, right? Like I get everyone's point about needing to re-sign these guys, but my thing is we're not going to be able to sign all of them. While we have them, you need to make the most of the roster that you have because they're going to all want contracts. And we've already signed a few of them and it's been great, but you're not going to keep the whole core together. And so I just think you have a very small window. And when you have a chance at the trade deadline, a lot of teams were looking to sell this year. And I do think that there were some DNs to be had. Reports are that the Bengals actually heard offers for Hendrickson that didn't even include a first round pick. I would have given up a first round pick in a heartbeat for Hendrickson. Okay. You also had the Raiders who were maybe looking to sell, and obviously the Max Crosby thing always comes up. I've never heard any real reporting about that. It's just like we'd love him because he's a Michigan guy and he went to EMU and everything. But I think the Hendrickson thing, the Bengals really were listening to offers. And then, even if we had gotten the Deion Phillips from Miami, who got him, of course, the Eagles. Howie Roseman's always aggressive, and he builds championship rosters. So I think that whether it be Phillips or Hendrickson, we could have gotten a game changer on the edge who is not only an elite pass rusher, but can help set the edge. And I think if you have Hutchinson and another, either top or second tier pass rusher next to him, that all of a sudden makes your defense so havoc wreaking that now that goes into a huge plus. And so that would be a huge strength of our team. So I think we have a team that can compete for a Super Bowl. So you have to go all in because it's just not going to last forever. And so I just think we had to go all in this year. That being said, so that's where I think Mark and Johnny and I all agree. We've made it very clear. That being said, and I don't want to hear about cap for this year. You can always finesse it to make it work. You know how many teams are over the cap? You can make it work. Teams do it all the time. The Eagles are somehow always making it work. Howie Roseman makes it work. Yeah. That being said, Mark and Johnny think the season's over. I really do not. I think if you look at the NFL, I would say you've got the Chiefs, the Bills, the Lions, the Rams, the Eagles, and maybe you add one or two more in there. But those are my top 5 Super Bowl contenders. I think we're still right in there. I 100% think we can still win it. But let's say I throw a number out of my butt. I give us like a 15% chance. Why not get a 25 to 30% chance? That's the way I look at it. You have a chance now. Give yourself your best shot. And so that's why I really was disappointed we didn't make a move. That being said, I still think we have a real shot. Even people in the national media think we have a shot. This isn't a homer take. And let's enjoy the fact that we are good. I do think Mark and Johnny got a little too negative on the standpoint of I'm right there with you about the trade deadline thing. But we have gone through so much losing in Detroit. Let's enjoy the fact that we do have, I think, a real chance to win the Super Bowl still and not get so negative about the season 8 games in. I still think all our goals are in front of us and we can still win it. Okay, Steve.
It's a perfect transition. We have been bad for so long and we are finally good. It's kind of is my opinion of the Lions right now is no matter of the teams in the past that I've liked the teams or felt good about the teams, I have never felt good about a coach or GM, ever. And I never liked them. There might have been some moves where it's this coach might be good, but then it goes down south. This is the first time I fully trust the coach and GM. They make a ton of good moves. They pick good players. They might make mistakes here and there. You can go pick why did we take this guy, but in general, they've been incredible. Match them up against any GM and head coach on decisions. I feel like it's on par or better than anybody in the league right now. But my thing is, I agree with you on Goff. I think Goff's a really good quarterback. I think Goff can be really accurate, but O-line gets injured. You get a D-line guy that's wrecking your backfield, right? He's not good at adjusting on the fly. You get random things he can't really extend plays, right? He can't. And where you need that at the end of games. You need that on 3rd and longs, which we've been terrible at this year, by the way. absolutely atrocious. And in the playoffs, maybe some guys go down. You got to figure out a way to win, right? So I
Yeah,
think
sorry, interject real quick. We converted 1 3rd and 10 and we fumbled on it. But anyway, all season, 1 3rd and 10 or longer,
Isn't
and
that
it was Monty's
insane?
fumble. Yeah,
It was like
anyway,
2
go ahead.
games ago. They brought up a stat like 3rd and 9 and longer. The Lions are 0-18. I was like, what? It's like, that is horrifying because we were really good at them last year.
Yeah.
But Goff is kind of streaky. Like, I still think he's a great quarterback. He can win you games. He can get to the playoffs. He's going to give you a shot at the Super Bowl, right? But the guys you said, like above, right? Like, they do have a little bit of they have a different energy they bring, a different, like, oh, we're so screwed in this game. They can figure out a way.
Right.
Now, I don't know why we have to stretch to kind of like go get a player. The thing is, don't let the 2 first rounds for Sauce fool you. Sauce is a young cornerback who is like very good. First round, like, picks are so valued in the NFL. Like, the players we see go for 5th and 6th rounds is crazy because it's the future. So I think with Brett, I think they were looking. They're looking for trades, but they're not going to overreach. They won't overreach. And I think that right now, I just want us keep our picks, keep going in the future. Eventually, I think what Goff is so perfect for right now, eventually we should try to go get a quarterback we like and have him sit behind Goff for 2 years, 3 years, however long you need. I love what we're building and what we're going to. I want us to keep being a good program. I don't want us to go back to being a bad program. And if you start reaching on trades and giving up picks and they don't pan out, I trust this organization. I didn't need them to go get a pick. Look at the teams, like you just said. There's not really any dominant teams. Every team has issues. Now that could go to hey, why don't we get stronger? But you always gotta give up picks. And like you said,
right.
like,
I just think 2 things. I guess it's what we value, right? Like, I want to win a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl, and I value a Super Bowl highly enough that I would take some losing down the road for it. And I just think our window is so small. I mean, Dan Campbell said it himself a couple years ago. You don't know if you're ever going to get back to that game. It's just like so many things have to go right for you to make a run like that, unless you have a Patrick Mahomes or one of these QBs that's just always going to put you in that spot. And I think that, like, I think that a guy like Hendrickson, going after a guy like Hendrickson, who I think he had like 19 sacks last year or something like that. That's not like, even if you give up a first for a guy like that, I see that as like, that's a game wrecker. In the NFL right now, it's like quarterbacks, offensive linemen, pass rushers. Those are the 3 most important positions. And so it's like, I think that I don't think you'd be giving up too much value. And I think what people are really frustrated because it's just Detroit sports in general. It happened with the Tigers at the deadline too, right? Like, you have a team that maybe has a chance to win a World Series with a piece or two, and they just don't want to give up their draft capital. And it's like, the problem is, like, do you want to just be like good for a long time, or do you want to actually have a chance of being great? And I think that's where the argument lies, And I think with Brad Holmes, he's earned a ton of equity with fans through the draft, and you're 100% right. But he's yet to do anything really of any huge note in any kind of trades or free agency to make me think we can go over the edge. Is my one concern. Is that maybe he just values.
You could also make the debate that the people he's gone for have not been really good, have not really worked out. Like the people, because he's gone, like, just people not draft. Like, he went for the DT from Cincinnati, who was supposed to be like, veteran guys. He's started to play but like not been that good. Who'd we get? We got that old ass from who used to play for like the Packers. Then he's gone through like the.
Yeah, but none of those are like splash signings. That's just like you're filling out your roster.
But what I think they're doing is they know they're good in the draft. If they find a player that works, like they find a deal that works, they go for it. But if they have to give up more draft capital, I don't think they're going to do it. And like, we still have Goff for 3-4 years of being good. Like, I don't know why this year.
Yeah, but we're gonna like I don't see a world in which we keep the rest of the core. And I think here's a conversation people don't want to have. I don't know. I have no idea if Gibbs will get re-signed. He's going to want a lot of money. And I don't know if we're going to have it to pay us. Or I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, the one thing that scared me is, like, when I looked at the Aiden Hutchinson contract, I was like, quarterback money? He got paid quarterback money? He's getting paid like $45 million a year. It's like, so that did concern me.
That was a pretty good contract, though. He didn't get paid as much as Micah, which these days it's like these top players just get as more than the last one. So I felt okay about it. Anyway, Pickle.
So I got a question for you guys, Lions fans, diehard Lions fans. You guys know my loyalties are split, and kind of lead into this here. Do you guys trust Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell to win a Super Bowl and do what it takes to run a successful organization?
Yeah, 100%.
You, Steve?
Yeah.
Vince?
I 100% think that Dan Campbell can get us there, and I 100% think that Brad Holmes has drafted a team that could get us there.
Okay.
I just worry we need a piece or two that could set us over the edge, and he was too afraid to do it.
So, as a fan who's grown up in a house full of Packer fans, I have seen what a good organization run does and how that affects the fans. That's not a shot if it comes off like a shot. It's just the Packers are a good organization, have been for a while. So something that comes with that is planning for the future, something the Packers have always done, something that good teams, you look at the good teams, you look at the Eagles, they have a plan at all their positions. They do it a little differently. They like to throw the money around. But as Detroit fans, you guys haven't ever trusted a GM or a coach to do you diddly squat. We are yay if we have a winning season. So this is new territory, number one. Number two, as fans, you guys need to learn that winning doesn't happen just like that. It takes time. It takes time to build a good base. As fans, you want to be there forever or as long as you can. You're not going to do that by spending all your money this year, next year, and a couple years down the line if you would have bought.
No, but Pickle, my point is like nothing's guaranteed down the road.
True, but
you have a team right now. Let me ask you a question. As a Packers fan, you've seen one Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather have seen one Super Bowl and make the playoffs, like 2 out of every 3 years, or have gotten 2 Super Bowls and have like 4 less playoff appearances?
It's great never having to break out the paper bag that Lions fans have to once in a while.
What do you mean?
So the Packers have never been in danger of having to go to a game embarrassed to be there. Lions fans, Jet fans.
Oh, the paper bags.
All these flash in the pan teams that do a lot of big moves. Look at where they are 5 years down the road.
The Lions were never in a situation where we had a chance to make a Super Bowl run, overplayed for a player, and then that's not why we were 0-16.
We did. Dominic Sue. There was a chance where we had Dominic Sue.
We never had a chance to make a Super Bowl run with those teams, really.
You were, if I remember.
We got close, man.
Like we didn't even win the division. We didn't win a playoff game.
Yeah, well, we were right there. That game against Dallas.
Johnson, right?
He says we. No, just kidding.
I mean, you're just right there. But then you look at those teams, and then you look at the good teams now. Detroit fans need to learn to trust the process, because if you do what you guys want to do, you're going to have no money at all to even consider re-signing Gibbs. Because right now you have the opportunity to think about re-signing Gibbs.
I just don't. Let me really quick. Let me just get into the kind of like where I'm really at, because I said a lot of things. I feel, but I didn't really kind of get into exactly why I kind of didn't want them to trade for a player this year. What I want them to do, and I don't know if they could do it next year, but in the next 2 years, I want them to trade up and go get a QB. I want them to find a guy who is the future in the next 2 years, and I want them to sit behind Goff for as long as it takes until Goff's either done or the guy's ready. And I don't want to give up picks for now, because I think we still have a shot. Like you said, I think we could still compete. I think we will still get to the playoffs, although losing to the Vikings was rough because it's our division's so our schedule is so hard. But I want them in the next 2 years to go find a quarterback and continue this Lions being good thing. And I think Goff is a great quarterback to sit behind and learn from. I feel like we have a great opportunity to grow the next guy through a veteran who's been through so much and knows so much about the game.
I mean, I'll just end with 2 things about that. I mean, I see what you're saying, Steve. My 2 issues are, 1, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, I don't think that we're going to have this core anymore, because we have a lot of guys on rookie deals, and maybe the guys that Brad Holt that he drafts to replace him will be really good, but you're going to miss on some too. You don't hit on everybody. And to that point, Brad has actually not shown that he can draft a QB yet, because the QB he drafted actually sucked and was not an NFL level QB, because the only QB he drafted was Hendon Hooker. And
in the round or third round?
Third round. But I'm just saying, like, just because you draft a quarterback in the first round doesn't mean he's going to hit anyway. I mean, the vast majority of them don't. So, I mean, I think that, like, looking at a quarterback to be your savior is when you're like a bad team that needs to come out of, come out of your terribleness. And I think we have a team right now that is good enough to win a Super Bowl. And then if we win all out on it, and then we were pretty bad for a couple years, and we end up with a number 1 or number 2 pick, then we draft that franchise QB, and then we pull ourselves out of the hole. I'm all right with that trajectory. But
the reason I didn't want to trade picks is because I think it's so hard. You have to get so lucky to draft a quarterback past the second round and have him be an all-star. I
but
think it's hard.
It's also hard even in the late first round, and that's where we're going to pick.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying save your picks, go up and get an early first round. Find a guy you like, go make a crazy move, because I think they are capable of making crazy moves. And but they got to be right on the guy, right? They have to be right on the guy. That's just my opinion. I would love, because then now we can, because I feel like, yeah, we're not going to be able to keep all these players, but a lot of our core good players are still really young. Like, they're still really young.
I know, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them are on rookie deals. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. I think, people will have at it in the chat some more. I think there's been some great discussion over it, but I think there's some real disappointment. But I think where we can unite and where I'm not with the pessimists is this season is still very alive and well. I am not doom and gloom. I think we're okay, and we're going to be fine.
I'll tell you, there'll be a little bit of doom and gloom if we lose the Commanders.
Okay, if we lose the Commanders, I'm fully on this thing's over.
Yeah.
The Commanders, they won't even have Jaden Daniels. I mean,
that's our one blessing for, we lost to the Vikings, but the Commanders' tough game is now not tough. So
yeah,
Debo, I don't think it even playing.
I mean, if we lose to the Commanders, guys, it's over. Pack it up. We actually suck, and it was right not to make that trade because one small thing was not going to change the fact that apparently we blow now. Yeah. So, all right, I got to hop off, boys. I'm going to leave the rest of the preview of the week in the pod in the capable hands of the pod originators. But I did what I came here to do, which was argue my point on the Lions and to tell Mark he's a coward and to make sure the world knew that I beat him by 100 combined points. Thanks for having me.
All right, dude. Have a good day. If Mark was here, dude, I was fully ready to say my take and just have you and Mark just go after me, dude. But no Mark made this a lot easier. I was ready. I was prepared. I kind of wanted to, not gonna lie.
But, this was the pod we needed Mark. I mean, A, he needed to take his medicine and hear me just berate him, and B, yeah, I mean, Mark, that would have been really fun, actually, because then after I berated him, we could have really teamed up and just had at you, Steve.
Because you're like, okay, I see what you're saying. Mark's like, no, you're a moron. You're an idiot. So straight up ready for that. All right, we won't hold you any longer, Vinny.
All right, see you, boys.
Yep.
Good to be on.
All right, Paul, I say we look at the previews for this week and maybe just look at the 4 and 5 teams.
Yeah, let's do that.
See what we think. This is a bit. I didn't realize.
Start with my matchup here. This is a pretty big matchup.
I didn't know, dude. The Dark Pickle versus Dan. This is
as closest to an elimination game as you can get.
Dude,
without it being.
And we have. Sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean
it's just as close of an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Because the loser of this game, it's pretty much done. Yeah. I don't like this view. What do I need to hit? Let's see here.
Scoreboard.
Scoreboard, that's what it is.
I think it's scoreboard, yeah. And then click.
And then box score? Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Oh,
so one thing I noticed is you and Dan are playing against each other.
We are.
The loser's done. I mean, not mathematically, but they're done.
Yeah.
A little dark horse is Johnny, who's actually been scoring some points, and he's playing against Tim. Another similar type of game.
So with Johnny, 2 things. Do you know the 2 things that have kind of just manufactured the last couple of weeks?
Like with his team?
Yeah.
All I know is Devontae Adams is scoring more, and Dowdle. Does he have Dowdle? And Dowdle starting.
Yeah, Dowdle is starting. And where is his team? Why can't I find his team?
It's legs, elbows, hot Timo.
Yes.
Oh wait, hot Timo.
No, that's Austin.
Oh, it was hot Timo garbage. Wait.
Oh, right here. He's playing Paul. I thought he was playing somebody else. Okay, so dude, looking at his team, Derrick Henry has started to be back alive, but Brock Bowers is healthy.
A-Chain too has been a monster carrying him.
Brock Bowers is back. Look at him, 43 last week after being injured.
Dude, I played against him in another league and got absolutely hammer smacked.
I'm curious on Rico Dowdle. Is he just the starter now?
He's a starter. They said he was a starter last week, but
okay, yeah.
Well, I I thought go up to his.
Questionable.
Oh, he's probably fine, right?
You go down, expected. Yeah, I don't really see anything. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back.
No, Johnny, the team that is everybody's got to look out for now. A Chain. I mean, I'll be the first one. I shit on A Train so much. I didn't think that little fuck would actually be a good running back, but wow.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
wanted to make a wild take.
number 3 running back.
Yeah, I
Good
wanted to
pick.
make a wild take because I'm playing Vinny this week. Don't feel as good about my team.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much have to win out, especially with my points for scoring. Like I think I've had the 4 weeks I've won, I've scored 150. The 5 weeks I've lost, I've scored an average of 90 points, 85 points. I actually think out of the 4 and 5 teams, the team I would say that is going to be the one that's going to make it to playoffs, because we have, I'm just going to restate it.
Yep, I'll go to the standings real quick so everybody can see.
Me, Dark Pickle, Johnny, Dan, and Tin. Is there anyone else? Yep, those are the 5, 4, and 5 teams.
Yep.
Oh, but there's 2, 5, and 4s. Yeah, so then you have to one of these.
There's really only one spot I feel like open, unless Paul loses this week. Which, if Johnny beats Paul this week, chaos will continue to ensue because now not only one spot is open, 2 spots are open.
I think we kept talking about the miracle comeback from Dan, not realizing that the true comeback story was Johnny. Because I think Johnny's going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. No, you and I both wrote him off completely.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we've said this and we make jokes about it, but Dan has his dream team right now, and it honestly might hurt him. So if we look at his team, he now has Gibbs and Amon-Ra. Those 2 together could be really good or really, really bad. And we saw last week that didn't go out so well. Are you concerned that because of that, all the eggs in one basket, that it could kill him this week?
Well, it could kill him this week because look at his buys, man. He has to win this week. I mean,
he has to win this week.
He gets Javonte back as his running back because right now he's starting RJ Harvey, which honestly, he might get lucky because Harvey against the Raiders, if the Broncos, which they should kill the Raiders, the second half will become Harvey time.
Yeah.
And Harvey could actually cook. But if he gets past this game, I will give him I think it's him and Johnny. They're my 2 favorites out of the 4 and 5 teams to make it up. But he has to get through this week, where Johnny's way stronger this week.
Yeah.
Now Johnny's playing Paco though. So, but let's just go through the matchups here. We'll start with you. We'll start with the Dark Pickle because to be real, you and me do have a chance.
We do have a chance. I think we have a pretty good chance. I would like to think I have a better chance than you, but we shall see. So kind of looking at things.
You, I know that.
Okay. Looking at things here, I think I just kill them all out of the water with the quarterback. Running backs, I win on Genty. He wins on Gibbs. Swift is now back healthy. He fully practiced last couple of days, and looks like he's going to be back being the starter, which I'm happy about. Addison, Downs, Diggs against his trio: Debo, Amon-Ra, and Quentin. I mean, of course, nobody beats Brown. Debo, I heard Debo was hurt, so I don't know if he's actually going to play. I don't see any injury designations on here, but there's also no on the page here. So, and then Quentin Johnson, who knows what you're going to get? I mean, you've been the benefactor of that, with Vlad McConkey. I mean, looking at this here,
the Chargers,
I don't know how
there's not a single Charger you can start and play that feels great besides maybe Gatson right now because he's just been the hot target.
Yeah.
All the receivers, Ladd, Quentin, and Keenan, they all have weeks that are bad. They all have weeks that are solid. They all ruin each other's upside. It's just a weird shit show.
Yeah.
You have a severe problem for me this week.
Okay.
If Genty gets you anything solid, I think you have a chance.
Okay.
He's playing against Denver. He's got to probably get a touchdown or 2.
He's going on right now. He just started.
Yeah. We'll see. I forgot we get to know tonight.
Yes.
But your receivers, to me, you're going to need to get lucky and have them connect because you have Diggs, Downs, and Addison. It's just one of those things I look at where it's like they are not all producing points. And if they do, it's a miracle if they all connect and produce points. So I feel like with RJ Harvey, you could say, oh, well, you have the edge in running backs, but he's got Gibbs against Washington. Like Gibbs could score more than both your running backs.
He good.
His receivers are better than your receivers.
But will Gibbs score half the points Josh Allen against Miami will, though. Josh Allen, I think, will be lucky to get under 29 points this week.
That is true. But you are also in the spot where if it goes 30-0 at half, you could have a 15-point game from him because they just
No!
this could be cooked.
No, you're right.
But the one thing that gives you life is Quentin needs to have a goose egg, and Debo doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's really the Lions players. It's how much does Amon-Ra and Gibbs get together. I think if they get over 50, you lose.
Okay, over 50. I think I can do it, but we will see. I really think I'll be carried by Josh Allen and probably Downs and Genty. But
0.5 points for Genty. We've got a good start.
0.5.
That's a good 5.
Love it. How much? Only 2 minutes in too, so we love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick Dan to win this week.
I mean, you kind of have to because Dan's your sleeper pick to get in. So.
Well, but he's weak this week. But the Lions matchup just got really good for them. So.
Yeah. Okay. Now next game, Lukey versus Mark. 5-4 versus 6-3. I am pulling for Mark here. I really hope you do it, Mark, because if you do that, the division's wide open.
Is Puka
wide open.
Puka's back?
Is Puka back?
He's got him starting, and it's projected 23 points.
Oh,
Puka's back?
No. Is Puka back?
And maybe so is Luke.
What? Dealing with the division, could play Sunday versus San Francisco. I haven't seen anything. I thought they were going to hold him out this week. But, I mean, it's a division game. The Rams need to win that game, so makes sense. Looking at this here, kind of going down. I like Jalen Hurts over Bo Nix, though that's closer than most people would think. I think it's going to be close. Bo Nix has really turned into one. Jalen Warren, I freaking hate that guy. How is he good? He just kept scoring points last week. Breece Hall is now a god again. Justin, really good. Puka. Really looking at this here, it's tough for Luke. I mean, for Mark. I really want him to win, but he needs to make a move or two to shore up that wide receiver room, probably. I don't know. What do you think?
It's a tough one. I mean, I don't know what the Puka situation is because if he starts and gets limited snaps, then that's no good. I actually think I'm going to give the edge to Mark here, only because
I want Mark to win too. So
love Mark's running backs. Like I think they just consistently score points. They have crazy upside.
Does Jacobs against Philly scare you?
It's all about can Love move the ball, or is he just going to absolutely be a bum sack? Because they got to move the ball to be able to open up the running game. Or
probably bum sack. Golly.
I think Jefferson is his weakness. I think JJ might make, be able to use his legs to make, but he's not going to throw for a bunch of yards. And he's going to throw a lot of, you just don't, I think Jefferson's upside is going to be significantly tanked here. I'm actually taking Mark.
Okay. I will take Luke here, but I really want Mark to win. I just don't, if Puka's healthy.
You don't want Mark to win. You want Luke to win.
No, I think I want Mark to win, don't I?
No, because
then that makes him 6-3 because I still think I can win the division. That will only put me one game out of first place.
Any of the 4 and 5 teams are not winning the division.
I can win the division, dude.
Dude, he has Puka back next week. I mean, we have issues here.
He's gonna lose again next week, and I'm gonna win again next week.
You need the 5 and 4 team to lose, so because you're gonna be fighting with Mark. You're not gonna be fighting with Luke.
Well, I can't be fighting with Mark. My points for is so shitty. I need to win on record.
You're confusing West and East for who you should win. You have to win. No. Divisions don't even matter like that. There's a top team, and it's either going to be Paco or Luke. The record, their points for is too good.
So I see you have the Colts defense, Mark. Read an anecdote. Did you see the kids Sauce Gardner sent a jersey to?
No.
So it's a funny TikTok thing. The kid's dad told his kids, not Sauce's, but dad's kids, hey, Sauce got traded today, and the one kid just lost it and was crying. The other guy was sad. He's like, well, I guess I'm going to be a Colts fan now. And Sauce Gardner saw that and sent him within 48 hours with 2 signed jerseys.
That's awesome.
I was like, aw.
I've seen a lot of videos like that, like a player gets traded and then the kid's like crying.
Yeah, makes me a Sauce fan. I like it. But okay, so I have Luke pulling one in here. You have Mark. Should we move on?
Move on, next game.
I can get my mouse. Oh, there we go. We have Austin versus Josh. Now, honestly, usually it's a bye week for Austin here out of this week. But what do you think?
Hmm.
I looking at things here, dude. I'm pulling for Josh, of course, but like I honestly think they're the path of victory and not just a hope.
Please start Travion over Woody Marks. That Woody Marks thing, when he started him when he was supposed to be the starter, he didn't even run the ball. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's how I got with it. All for
if he
Josh.
starts Woody Marks, I'm taking 10. But I think if he puts anybody else, I like him. My one concern for him is his running backs.
Yes,
Tracy, I mean, they were using Singletary a decent bit.
a
And
lot. Singletary's like their throwing back. I feel like.
yeah, they use both, but you just never know. And then ETN's going against Houston, who seems to not let people just absolutely stomp over them. But I mean, ETN's been solid. But
Yeah.
then you look at Austin's and you go, well, maybe they're pretty good.
Why is Travion Henderson projected so many points? Is he the starter now?
Yeah, I think they said he was the starter. I might be wrong. Wait,
No, Steven should. Yeah, he should start him instead of Woody Marks. He'll probably do that.
oh, he has Singletary as well. That's funny.
Yeah. But I mean, it'll actually, I think, be a pretty good high 70s battle. The first one gets
You go first. Who are you taking?
whoever gets 80 first. And let's see here.
I'm taking Josh.
Austin has a lot of later games. I think Josh is going to hit 81st and stay there. Pulling Josh.
I'm taking Josh too, and I think he's going to score 115.
Ooh, I like that shot. I think it's a race to. It's going to be like Austin's going to have like 76.5, and Josh will have like 81.3.
No, Tin will get to like 101 and be like, still not under 100. He'll still go say, I still don't score.
You might be right. You might be right.
100, or maybe like 100.7. Okay.
Okay.
I think he'll make it. He'll just will it into existence. He'll still lose, but then he'll go to the chat. Be like, you know what? I did score under 100.
Yeah. And then one might argue one of the biggest games of the week for the 4 and 5 teams. We all want who to win here.
I personally love the Johnny story.
I like the Johnny story too. And
Johnny story, man.
He had the team to do it. And I mean, he had the willpower. I mean, he's been more active the last 3 weeks than I have been in the chat. I mean, this man is on fire right now. So,
one problem with his team:
quarterback.
He's got a man that paints his nails. It is against the Giants, but I mean, his team. I mean, you look at his team. Dowdle is like, I don't know where this like came from, but all of a sudden you tell him he's the starter and give him the ball.
Just one pump.
He cooks.
Not 2, 1.
What?
He got a touchdown taken off for celebration.
Oh. Well, not taken off.
They took it off. He scored.
Don't they penalize you after on like the kickoff?
No, this is a different penalty. I think it was he did something explicit or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but he caused the penalty that took off a rushing touchdown for himself.
Oh, that's funny. He still scored like 30 points.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, his team is like crazy. And the one thing you look at and you go, what's the weakness? Devonta Smith. I mean, that's one hell of a weakness to have. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you could say Henry, but I mean, the Ravens need to win. There's going to be urgency there, and I think he's got Henry at the perfect time. I look at now. If I look at Paul's team, he has Monty. This could be a Monty week, and you want it to be Monty week.
Just hate the running backs. Where we go to last week's, where we hate Josh's running backs, I hate the running backs even more. Monty's not even a starter, and the Vidal hype I think is done.
And it's Pittsburgh, and
you're not gonna run the ball.
It is home. They're at home. I mean, Vidal's been like kind of sneaky good, but it's gonna be all receivers, and he has to boom.
Yeah.
When you look at Keenan Allen, I haven't looked at Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen's been hurting him lately.
I think so too. Oh well, maybe not. He's the 10th receiver.
I know, but lately, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
He was super consistent. That doesn't feel good. You get 6'29", 8'6", like. Doesn't feel very good. So he's going to need some boom because, dude, Johnny's back.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this fucking team. all he needs is one solid bench receiver to like have just like, but like
Looking
Johnny,
at this, Paul might be in danger, dude. 5 wins is not going to get you into the playoffs. He needs to manufacture at least one, probably two more wins to get into the playoff. And now, granted, we can take off a Keenan or we can take off a Sutton and pop Jamar Chase right in there next week. Well, it's going to be hard. Like, the running backs, dude, it's not going to get any better. It's probably going to get worse. It's probably Monty.
wow,
And
Bucky's just hurt him so bad. He's still out.
yeah, I've tried to trade for Bucky a couple times with him, and I've really just stopped because I've just seen that he's just not going to play. I don't think
He's
this
been
year.
on IR all year, man.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
there's
I can't believe he's not playing still. Tin's terrible fucking team holding on to Rashawn White for this long.
yeah, that's the only reason why he's had a hope for the last couple of weeks. Oh,
Yeah, but I'm taking Johnny, baby. Johnny's back.
oh yeah, I love the story. Sorry, Paul, but I love the story for Johnny.
No, fuck Paul. I mean,
No,
go Johnny.
no. The Pauls stick together. Paco and Pitt.
Oh, do we got 10 points?
Okay. Your defense is showing up.
Still have no idea who the hell is going to be starting this week.
So I want to do this a little bit differently here, because we know it's going to be tough to win. So, what is your path to victory? I have a path to victory for you here. First off, you have to believe. How are you winning?
Well, not starting Dobbins.
Okay.
That's the first thing because he doesn't score fucking points.
Well, you can't start if you wanted to, anyways. But I like the way you think.
My path to victory is my players going off. I mean, what are you?
Okay, so the way I see this,
my path to victory is trading with you, right?
No, not at all. So the way I'm looking at this here is, we'll look at the quarterbacks here. You look at Jordan Love, you look at Lamar. Matchups here. Minnesota is a tough matchup for Lamar, I think. And for really Henry, that's why I think it will be awesome to see Johnny win, because I don't know how Henry's going to do good this week. I think Minnesota's run defense is really good. So right there, Lamar, maybe 10 points, 15. He's going to fumble the ball. He's going to throw a couple interceptions. Jordan Love is also a wild card for you, but he's got to do good, and you're winning this week. So he's going to throw 4 touchdowns, and it's going to be great. I might start Watson because of that.
I'll tell you this. I think you're going to see a whole lot of a totally different team by the time Sunday. And I do not think I'm starting Jordan Love.
Okay.
I've had enough of the Packers, man. They just they play against a team like they play against Cleveland, who's not a good team, but they have a solid defense to fall apart. They play against Carolina, not a very good team, has a pretty good defense, absolutely atrocious. What are they going to do against Philly? I don't know. Maybe we get an explosive Green Bay or get the same shit Green Bay, but it's not happening. I just don't think I'm starting Jordan Love. It's just like I thought they'd be able to just move the ball like they always do, and Love would throw like a few stupid interceptions, but it's stupid interceptions, but not moving the ball. So
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of went in on like Green Bay thinking that had some players I missed on need to get points somewhere else, and just completely missed the mark on that.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is you still have time to recover. But when you look at your 2 running backs here, nothing crazy needs to happen for you to come out ahead on that. The Rams have a good run defense. Atlanta had a shitty run defense. Atlanta's going to be your problem this week, and he has 2 Atlanta players. But looking at your running backs, I like Kyren Williams against San Francisco. They're beat up. I love Saquon against Green Bay. Green Bay has a great line. What are they going to do all night? They're going to throw dump off screens to Saquon all fucking night. I love that. You go down to your wide receivers. Pittman, I like Pittman over McConkey, but he switched to Wandell. Okay, he had Odunze in earlier. I like the Odunze better, but he has Wandell. I don't know. I don't like that. DJ Moore, you saw what he did last week. I love DJ Moore. He's gonna be amazing. And then you have Kittle versus Laporta. Sorry, and what happened to Sam Laporta? He's kind of disappeared this year. Like,
I mean, he's had some games. Actually, last game they really started throwing to him early.
Yeah, I guess he is early, I guess, but
I just think that he's not someone that's like always going to be the main person in the game plan, the person you're going to go to on third downs. We kind of do that elsewhere. He's a lot of blocking, a lot of sneaking out. Like I feel like he's a lot of like blocking, and then he comes out and it's like, oh shoot, like sneaky type stuff. I don't think he's a very good fantasy tight end. Like I don't think he's going to be a top fantasy tight end. He just had that 1 year he came out, was incredible, and Goff threw him a bunch. But I think they utilize him in different ways.
But he does a lot of the dirty work. He does a lot of pulling, the decoy a lot. Yeah. And then James Cook, pretty good running back for Vinny. The problem is he's going against Miami, and he's going to be out in the first quarter, basically, because it's going to be over. So I wouldn't be worried about that.
All in the first quarter, they're going to start running the. I mean, I will be happy if he doesn't score over 30 points.
I think that's crazy. I think you win, Steve.
I think Cook might go for 40, 45, dude.
You just need to score 117 this week. You beat the zombie 117 to 112.
I have life.
You have life? What happened?
I have life on something I never realized. Jonathan Taylor and Pittman are playing overseas.
Oh!
No one plays well overseas. This is my window. Okay, I actually can beat Vinny now. He's got 2 players projected 20, 15, 35, 36 points that are probably going to get him a combined 12. Oh, overseas games never go well.
It's over. You won. I like it.
Yeah, it's over.
Then you're on next week.
But the problem is, I think they can score that, and then Cook will make up for it scoring 60. So.
Time will tell.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick Vinny.
I'm going to pick, with all of that, I tried to, I think you're going to win. I think you're going to pull up the upset. I will believe in you when you don't believe in you. So.
Okay, good. Well, I'm definitely lost.
But yeah, no, we have a fun week of games, and we have a possibility to get a little bit more clarity this week or to make it completely a mess with some of these
playoffs. Who are the 4 playoff teams?
Obviously, got to be Vinny. I would say probably Luke. I would then go.
Let's not do one of us. Let's not do us, just so, because there's so many teams that have a chance that we can kind of give an opinion of like what we think teams will make it.
Then I'm going to say Johnny. And then I'm going to say Tin. Because we all know Tin won't make it.
Okay, dude. I was like, he just said 10? Like, oh.
Well, that's where the pickle would go, but I needed a placeholder because I'm not allowed to use that.
We got Mark over here, and we got Paco over here.
Yes.
Big games this week.
Yes.
I think Paco falls.
Ooh.
Mark rises. I think it's Vinny, Mark, Luke, and Johnny.
Johnny's your sneaker in. I like it.
It's going to be a very sad end of year for you, I think.
We'll see. Well, we have a lot of time to kind of come back, and no, I'm excited.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for today. Paul, you got any closing thoughts?
Not really. No, I mean, we're not going to most likely be last this year, so that's good. We're going to make the playoffs this year. That's also good. And I don't know.
I feel like I do better.
No, Steve, I think you're going to do it this week. You got to believe.
No, I think doubting myself give me better scoring chances.
Okay.
So I'm going to absolutely stomped on and trampled this week. No chance. Vinny's winning 100%.
Also, yes, Jetty had a touchdown. But also, Mark, if you made it this far in the pod, fuck you for not responding. It could have been a great pod.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me say something really quick.
No, he and I have been talking about something other than him actually being. I don't care about that he was on here. Fuck him for just. He knows what he did.
Okay. All right. Well, Mark. Okay. I will say, Mark did say he had to watch the kids on kid duty. I will stand for Mark because Vinny has dogpiled on him, and yours is definitely a trade. So.
Never.
He did say I have to watch the kids tonight. So
he did. No,
we'll give him the credit for that, but we had to let Vinny, go after him. The rivalry has been pretty hot.
Yeah.
So, but all right, well, everybody, best of luck. I'm gonna lose, and Genty just scored a touchdown, so the pickle might be back.
I'm back, dude. It's the dark pickle. Dark times for everyone.
See ya. Good luck next week, boys.